Hello and welcome everybody. This is Joe Slierbach here just in time for Smite. And so you're probably wondering what this is if you haven't already heard of it. Well, this is a game that's in a lovely little genre that I absolutely seem to hate called MOBA, which stands for Multi-Online Battle Arenas or something like that. Massively Online Battle Arenas. Basically, you go 5v5, and you have like different lanes and jungles and all this other crap that I don't understand. So why am I playing this game, mind you? Because this is one of the few MOBAs I can actually tolerate. You want to know why? Because all the other MOBAs, you point to, click to move mechanics. Stuff you would find in RTSs. Why? Because the original MOBA, Dota, or Dawn of the Ancients, started as a mod for Warcraft. And they decided to not even improve on that formula. Even the most popular of them all, League of Legends, which I completely hate. I don't hate the game itself, more or less the gameplay. That's kind of hard to explain, isn't it? Point is, I don't like LoL. I don't like Dota. I don't really tend to care for a lot of MOBAs. This one, however, uses actual controls that I can tolerate instead of stuff that would be so archaic. Even RuneScape is starting to get tired of it. At least I hope RuneScape's getting tired of it. Yeah. But anyway, so what is the other big hook of this game aside from actually having control that are updated for a modern day, as opposed to what would have only been acceptable 20 years ago. Yes, I am being insulting to League of Legends and Dota. And there goes all my remaining subscribers. Okay, I was waiting for that. So anyway, the big difference between this and the other games, aside from controls, is, well, you may have noticed something about this. We kind of seem to have a very interesting roster. You know, in fact, let's go look over here. Gods and wards, which wards are these things that I will never use because these things I don't know what they are. I don't know what to do. But here we go. We have gods. As you may have guessed, this is the pantheon of every god in the human, actually god and mythological figure for that matter, in a polytheistic religion or mythology. You have, which is basically we have Hindu, Greek, Egyptian, what else do we have? Roman, which is kind of weird that we have Roman and Greek, despite the fact that they're like share a lot of the same gods, different names. Chinese, and all this other stuff. As you can tell here in the gods menu, you have a list of free characters that we start off with. I think Ymir to Neith are the free ones. And then you have like a roster that cycles through every now and then, which is currently on these 5 gods. And I've already bought one. I've already bought my first god, Ao Kuang. Go figure. The guy with dragon in most of his usernames, he chooses the dragon of the game. Can you tell what my favorite mythological creature is yet? Yeah, neither can I. In fact, actually, there's one thing I want to do, since I have enough favors. Right here you see this little lightning bolt? This is our icons. And you get a number of owned icons you can buy for either gems, which is the pay-to-win, quote-unquote, the pay with your real money, or you can use favor, which is the in-game currency, to buy certain things. Like, mostly you can buy, God's icons, or you can buy these little cute looking little things, Fenrir Rune, Fire, Ra's Eye, Dutch Monkey, which I'm not really sure what that. And I get that's a donut, but I don't get the joke. I guess maybe there's no joke. Raven and stuff like that. I'm gonna buy my first one, which originally I was gonna buy Ao Kuang, but I'm wanting to say I want to kind of want to see others. So Thanatos Scythe. Oh, Thanatos is in this? Oh right, yeah, I remember seeing him before. Yeah. Those of you who expect me to know everything about Thanatos just because I mentioned that right there, I just know that he exists. Blame Chaos Legion for me knowing what that is. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Use favor. Yay, purchased. Yeah, right here you can buy voice packs. I guess it's a different voice pack. I don't know. I still hear him talking, so I'm assuming it. You got different skins you can buy. So yeah, it's all It comes with the territory free to play. You got to use the gems with your real money. Right here's the gems you can buy. Actual gems. You can view the voice packs, redeem promotions and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, with all that done, with all that boring stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and play a match. There's another reason excuse me. There's another reason I like this game more than I do other MOBAs. And before anyone says I should try them, I have tried League of Legends, and I've been told Dota is the exact same, just with hats, because it's Valve, and pretty much everything else is pretty much the same as well. But this is the reason I like this one. Right here you see this Joust 3v3. Most matches are 5v5, and they use like 3 lanes and jungles, a bunch of other crap I don't understand, because I barely understand MOBAs to begin with. I'm new to the franchise. But here's the thing about this Joust. 1 lane, surrounded by jungles, and you just basically go straight through. You can finish the match in like 30 minutes instead of taking an hour. This game also is known for trying to suppress the more toxic people that you'll see in MOBAs. The people who are aggressively just hate-filled. There's people who just you look at, and I don't want to spin that. Yeah, I'm going to have to spin the song on that anyway. Took too long to select it. But yeah, just the people who are just going to sit there and just be the asinine people. You know the people. You played MMOs before. You know exactly. You've seen these people at least once in your playthrough. Seen them a couple times probably. You've probably seen them just as many as I have, just far too many. The people who will sit there and go, oh, you suck, dolls. You need to learn how to play, when they're actually the ones that are sucking the worst out of everyone, especially if you look at their kill-death ratio or whatever. Where people will sit there and try to surrender when surrender when the game's only halfway through, or surrender, in this case, 5 minutes into a game that usually takes about 30 minutes anyway. So yeah. They do a good job of trying to suppress that. They also try to do a good job of keeping people from leaving the game, which is something that happens a lot. You got people who just leave the game just flat out because we're losing. Oh my God, they took out our first tower. Oh my God, we're losing. Yeah. They did, from my understanding, they did a good job of punishing them. I have yet to leave a match myself, so I don't know what it is personally. I think it's like reduced favor and God mastery or experience or whatever. I think experience equals God mastery. I think. I don't know. Oh no, it's not experience. It's not God mastery. I wanted Al Kwong. Probably gonna lock him in. Yep. Okay, I can play as Raw. He's basically the same character. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play as Kwong. I was a bit slow on that one. I think because he's in the free rotation right now, a lot of people are playing as him. Silverado. Yeah, clever. Yeah. So yeah, you notice you got different skins. Some of them you pay for, some of them you don't pay for. This one I don't. It has the favor icon, which suggests you can buy them. But like, I don't know. I guess maybe you gotta buy the first one, or maybe I don't know. Maybe you gotta do something special and get them. I've seen that with the others as well. Anyway, about to start a game, so let's go and see how this is. I guess. So one thing I want to go ahead and mention right now, I have this map. I have my buttons mapped to a controller because there is no way I can play effectively on a keyboard with this. Considering that you have to push the 1, 2, 3, and 4 keys, it's either press square, X, circle, and triangle in that order. Respectively, excuse me, that's the correct term. to attack, make attacks. It's just easier. I don't feel like I have to stretch my limbs out to hit the 4 key. So right here we can go ahead and hit I, or have this map to start button, and we'll go ahead and select our starting gear, which I'm just doing the recommended right now stuff for now. I honestly have no clue how to properly equip Raw. So yeah, you get to choose equipment, and that's kind of one of the draws. You can see the manager whenever you want, but you can't select stuff unless you're at that balancing at that starting area. I should probably wait for our, assuming that's he's gonna be our tank. So we have 2 melee class guys, and of course. Of course. So right here is the jungle. This is... That kind of felt like a waste. That's me doing an attack. Basically, you select a number, then you hit left click, or in my case, R2. R2's attacks. Right click, or L2 is cancel. So if you select the spell, you don't want to use it, you just cancel, you just use basic attack, or you can just like switch between your attacks. Oh, so maybe he's not a tank. He's playing Mercury. So Mercury, I'm not sure would be a good tank. There we go. So yeah, one of the things about jungling, I know this for a fact. One of the benefits of jungling is you go through and you get like abilities and stuff like you get like special abilities and stuff like that from defeating the monsters in the camp. There are different camps in the jungle. Like you can see on the map, there's like 6 camps. I think 4 types of camps. Got like speed, mana, 3 types. Speed, mana, and attack, I guess. And I have notes. And that's about all I know. Like you defeat the monsters, and I guess there's a cooldown period. I'm assuming on the map. I'm gonna do so terrible in this one, aren't I? Not even so much I'm inexperienced as Raw. I have to deviate both my. I have to talk and play at the same time, which for single player games is one thing. For multiplayer games, it's a completely different story. Just like you know, for my mouse, for my controller, I use right analog stick to control the mouse. But I use the mouse when I'm going to select items. I just move my hand over. It's no big deal. Especially when you start dying, because the more you die, the longer you have to wait to respawn. I think up to like a certain point, I just got flung over here. Get away from me! Ouch. So yeah. I get a few mana potions, healing potions. Go. So yeah, when you click on an item like Sprint, for example, you can see the tiers. Basically, with this, when you select an item, you can upgrade it. So like, say we'll do Boots of the Magi here. You start with shoes, and you start with magic shoes or guard boots, and depending on your type, you want to pick different stuff. So like I'm playing a magical class, so magical gear would be a lot better than than stuff that boost you up physically. Whoops, wrong button there. I was playing Zhao Feng. You can tell what I've played is a lot, considering it's probably the only thing I got leveled up at all, aside from maybe a little bit on Raw and maybe I think a tiny bit on Fenrir. And that was an experience right there too. That playing Fenrir was definitely an experience. Right there, you see I got an upgraded ability. Whenever you level up, you get an upgrade, and you get to choose where you put that in based on like your level and stuff like that. You gotta have the right level to get the certain right gear and stuff. But I have it set to auto level, and one of the neat things about this, I don't know if this is done in other MOBAs, but if it is, it's pretty cool. There's one thing I want to get that's not on here. Favorite? This doesn't show that. Oh, there you go. Meditation. There you go. I have to fully heal. Oh, is it? Wow. That is. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't go ahead and show the full upgrade of that one. Basically, what meditation will allow me to do is it'll allow me to recover like 75% of my mana and 30% of my health, which means I can stay on the field longer before I have to go back out, at least early on. And it's cheap enough that I can feel like upgrading it fully before I get any other gear, any other real gear. I really like it though. I really do. It's like it's amazing. And I can hope I can get this. This is a. I don't think I hit anyone with that. So your 4 ability is apparently called your ultimate ability or alt, or I like to call it alt because it sounds an awful lot like alt, like ALT, like alternate. And that takes the longest to do, but deals the most damage and usually the most powerful attack. You only want to say that for other players. Why is that up there? That shouldn't be up there. I think it's the most commonly used items. Fair. Well, okay, I know for a fact that that's different when I'm playing different gods. I think I have the auto item thing set up differently for Alkwang. It's gonna be different. Yeah, odds. Here I am talking about stuff I don't know. Again, I've been playing this game for about like 4 or 5 days. Heard about it, had no interest in it until one of my friends finally decided to sucker me into it. Cause, well, at least all I gotta say is at least he's not playing World of Warcraft anymore. Yes, it's that same friend. If you've been keeping up with all my videos, you know who I'm talking about. If you're watching, hi. I'm not gonna mention your names. I don't want to piss you off because you might not want to be mentioned by name. Which is a very long name, by the way. Making bad jokes, not even funny anymore. It's not even fun to make fun of the jokes I make. We're gonna probably be here for a while, so I gotta find ways to entertain this all. That's not good. That's not good. I do not think I hit anybody. If I start getting quiet, I apologize ahead of time. Obviously, like I said, the biggest problem with this game is trying to keep focused and do a commentary at the same time. It's not an easy thing to do. Life steal here. I'll go for the Polynomicon. I know I should be upgrading these one at a time, like focusing on one upgrade at a time, but I just kind of want to get. For now, I want to just kind of get my moves set up. I will say this is one of the few games where I've won most of my matches so far. I've only had like 1 or 2. I think I've only had like 3 losses so far of the couple of matches I've played. And yesterday I had like all 3 bad matches yesterday. The entire day yesterday was just a bad day for me. But for gaming, I was just not doing a good job that day. Upgrade something. So let's see what we can upgrade there. Okay. I don't even know what the lower tier equipment does. I just know what the high tier stuff does. Like, is there even a point of even labeling it? Like, just get this, get that, it'll increase your stats a little bit, help you do better. Hope you do well enough to keep it up. Oh, what the heck was that? I'm gonna proc a healing mana potion. And that's gonna miss. Definitely don't like that as much as Alquan's final. You're gonna see me comparing this a lot to Alquan because that's how I normally play. It's a little slow to charge up. I wonder if it does more damage though. So I can upgrade the breastplate. Okay. So yeah, right here we have. I should probably explain how this works. You got three things on the field you got to protect, and in turn destroy on the other side of the field. You got your tower, you got your phoenix, and you got your guardian, which is like they got like a chaos guardian for the side I'm on right now, and then you got I don't know what the other guardians are, but like the two angelic sisters who are like holding hands, and like each of them are missing a leg or something. I don't know what they are in mythology. They kind of. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of look a little weird considering they're both missing a leg. You can kind of see them back there. But they're so you destroy each of those. And if you get too close to the tower, you can kind of see right here in that line right there that he just crossed. He crossed into his tower. If anyone crosses into that, the tower will target them. And fortunately, the target can only attack one at a time. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the towers can only attack one thing at a time, so it's good to have someone who's like a tank, who's a defender type character, go up, take the brunt of the damage, or have the little minions that are spawning take the brunt of the damage, and then do the rest. Honestly, I'm not sure who is actually losing in this. This is one of the things about these games that can make them go on forever. Crap. This is one of the things about this game that can make it go on forever is that you can have this throw back and forth. Like, the battle isn't over until it's over. You know? I'm going to switch to other. I think I want to switch to these two instead now. The battle isn't over until your Titan has fallen. I guess the other side's Titan too. Which I don't think has anything to do with the actual mythological Titans. Because you can actually play as a Titan, you can play as Kronos. Which for those of you who don't know, Kronos is the god of time. Or actually, it's the Titan of time, because gods and Titans are different in Greek mythology, even though they kind of serve the same purpose. Actually, I don't think I want to use that. I don't think that's going to... Oh, screw it. See what it does. Can't... I think that's supposed to be like a blinding attack. I've seen a lot of people that play Raw tend to have this attack when I'm fighting them. It just blinds you it goes off and blinds you in the face. I think that's what it's supposed to be. There you go. Done by the Polynomicon. And this is going to be upgraded to the Bancroft's Talon. So you can buy the multiples of the lower tier stuff. You can only buy one of each of the top tier stuff. But you only have enough room for 6 slots, so yeah, choose wisely. Choose wisely and base it on your god. Like if you got the physical type, choose stuff that will increase physical damage, or I guess the increased physical defense for your defender. Not sure what that ballista thing is. Stop attacking me! Why do you have an axe? You're a wolf pig. What is that? A rat? That's the rat. Am I fighting the Rat King? Maybe it's a Jersey Devil. I didn't know that was part of mythology. Yeah. I'm not sure what that... Oh, it's a crocodile. Okay. Or alligator. Might be a Mayan god. No, for the Mayans, they tend to do a lot of mythological, wild beast type characters. Yeah, as you can see at this point, it's starting to take a little longer for me to spawn in than it was before. I'm going to want to go ahead and activate those, just kind of waste them. And I completely didn't get upgrades. Yeah, well. So yeah, and I did the wrong thing right there. Ah! That doesn't seem to do anything to these guys, and that does them like point blank. Like what the? Powers from the Destiny exposed and extreme blast speed in front of them doing damage to all enemies unlocking on finding themselves in the path. Yeah, okay. Why didn't that do anything? Okay, so let's see here. What do we want to upgrade? This. Probably want to upgrade my shoes. I'm going to get the belt. Actually, getting the belt or the gem? Now I'll go ahead and upgrade the boots. I think I was going for the Gem of Isolation instead of the Warlock Sash, but yeah. I tell you what the difference between those are, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. And what? Yeah, I should have. Okay, so one thing you can do if you're far away from the battlefield and you don't want to come back for you don't want to have to do all the walking back. You can use it, I think, be on the keyboard. I would set to select to do recall, which will recall you to the fountain, as they call it, or the spawn point. And it will basically have a small amount of time you have to wait, so you have to hope that you don't get attacked. So basically choose an area that's not going to be full of... Where that's coming from? The guy that... Yeah, I wonder if that's coming from the one bald guy. Yeah, they I think are pretty much winning at this point. Most maps I've seen at this point tend to be pretty much done. By this point, all they have to do is kill the Titan, and they're done. I'm actually quite surprised, and I've yet to see anyone on my team try and do surrender. I typically don't do surrenders. And wow, this is actually going by faster than I thought it would. Yeah, let's see. So we gotta go up here, and we got the Phoenix will eventually recover, or eventually regenerate. And apparently, unleashing a Phoenix unleashes like mega minions or super minions or something like that. So now they're like their minions are gonna be harder for us, or something. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do as much as the Alquang's Dragon Head. There's what you've been seeing whenever you see the big giant dragon head that's Alquang's ultimate. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing as much. Did not mean to do that. Well, sell back. Thank you. So, what else? Multi-potion. And I can upgrade something real quick. I'll upgrade this. Right there. So yeah, you kind of get an idea of what the game is, what the gameplay is. Like I said, I prefer this over the stupid little top-down point-to-click and point-to-move, click-to-move, whatever mechanics they use in there. in other games. It's just sucks so much. It's why I don't play. It's part of the reason why I don't play Dotas or MOBAs. Excuse me. Funny thing is about MOBAs, the term was coined by the League of Legends guys because they didn't want to be called Dota clones. They coined the term MOBA, which is like the dumbest. First of all, the dumbest name, especially when you realize what it's massively online battle arena. Which this is. I'm not really sure I can call this an arena. I mean, they definitely do have an arena mode to this game, but no. I think these guys are pretty much beating us pretty badly. Usually, in a good match, you'll be at your max level by this point, which is level 20. I'm guessing the other side, they're pretty much at their high level too. Every time you do a match, your god starts at level 1, has to work their way up to level 20. Leveling up is pretty quick and pretty easy. It's not too terrible. I just got killed by the alligator again. Makes him look like chicken. Points for those who actually got the reference. It actually shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, right there, you see that our Phoenix is actually regenerating because like a real life Phoenix, from the ashes it rises. So yeah, I guess we still have a chance. I mean, all we have to do is knock their Phoenix down about that much, and it'll be on equal terms. And oh wow, yeah, they're already 18. Wow. They have leveled up fast. Oh wow. Everyone else seems to be so much higher than I am. I got the breastplate upgrade. Gotta go upgrade that. I hear this tells you what current level you're on with your upgrade abilities. The yellow just kind of tells you what they are, what changes, and we just flat out lost. The losing animation is just your Titan falling, and yeah. You get 36 honor gain, or favorite gain, which is dreadful amount compared to the hundreds. The 120 you normally get. Plus with your first victory of the day, you get 100 more. So yeah. But at least you get something for your efforts, and yeah, I kind of tanked that one pretty bad. Oh wow, yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty dreadful. So yeah, that was Smite. That was a match in Smite. Like I said, there are other modes. You got Arena, which is basically you're in this giant arena. It's like 5v5. Go in, wipe everyone out. You have like number of reinforcements. Everything's like catered to like a certain amount of reinforcements. You kill a regular little minion dude. That's one reinforcement. You kill a god. That's 5 reinforcements. First team to drop their reinforcements down to 0 wins. That one can take a while too. So yeah. Whenever you level up, whenever you level up, you get 500 favor. So that's pretty cool. So makes it easier to buy more gods without having to actually pay real life money. I think gods are in the current rotation. No, this guy wouldn't. I was going to say gods are in the current rotation seem to have a lower price, but that guy's not in the current rotation. Maybe he's just on special or something. I don't know. Maybe I can almost buy Artemis. Wasn't there like a? Let's see, what's the... Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Wrangler. Yeah. This one. Oh yeah, you got the golden legendary, just kind of like really lazy design or something like that. All these are like recolors or reskins for the recolors for the most part. They're not actually like real reskins. So yeah. But anyway, that was Smite. A game that I quite enjoyed, despite the fact I probably felt very low energy. But if he's in really low energy for this one, just kind of comes with the territory of trying to get this stuff working, trying to get this stuff handled. But yeah, went by actually probably a lot shorter than I thought it would be. So yeah, with all that said, it's a free game. Go type in Smite. It should be like the first thing on Google. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for this, for the website or whatever. The same guys that do like a game called Tribes and like this other game I can't remember. Apparently those are good games. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later.